Good morning, everybody.
Morning indeed. Had enough coffee? You ready for this, T-Bomb?
I haven't had any caffeine this morning.
Oh, okay.
We'll get there.
We will. As you can see, there is the picturesque Landrake Motor Park circuit. Okay, it's a little bit grey, a little bit of drizzle, but that's good for the track. So this will be great. We are just finishing up the pro practice. I can tell you that Josh Gilbert set the fastest time with a time of 2 minutes, .064, ahead of Stewie Edmonds.
Yes, my man. Stewie got a good night's sleep in my motorhome last night. I saved him from his van. Stuart had a good night's sleep, and we watched the Supercross together. So he's been inspired, and he's gone out there and set an amazing time this morning.
The current champion, Harry Kulas, on the cab screens, Crescent Yamaha, came in third with a time of 2:01. By the way, Stu got 2 minutes 9.34, but Gilbert on fire from round one, absolutely smoking the competition. And this is his hometown track. He's done more laps around here than I've had. I was going to say pies, but I don't think that's true. I've probably had more pies.
He's a local boy, isn't he, Gilbert? So, I mean, he's going to have friends and family here. He's going to definitely want to put on a bit of a show for the home crowd.
Tommy Searle, Crendon Fast Track Hitachi Honda, came in fourth. He'll want to get his championship back on track after a disappointing round one with a chronic arm pump, and just probably the worst we've all seen Tommy ride in about the last 10 years, to be honest.
Yeah. He really was suffering, wasn't he? I think he has... He's got an issue with his shoulder, hasn't he? And I think you know, like when you're having a track where you're having to like lean off the back of the bike and work like your shoulders a lot, he struggles with that. So I think that it does have a knock-on effect for him, but he'll be fine here. He'll be good.
Glenn McCormick, what a ride from him on the Chambers Husqvarna, coming in fifth with a time of 2:02.685.
Nice.
See, thing is, a lot of these Irish riders, this is similar dirt to a lot of the tracks in Ireland. Obviously, the old Emerald Island is green on top, but it's quite hard pack underneath and stony. So, followed by another Irishman, Martin Barr. Marty's still out there, age 34, going well.
No problems yet.
And then we had Millwood coming in third, seventh, Jake Millwood, 3:03 on the Verdi Shillow KTM. Petr Petrov followed him home in eighth. John Adamson in ninth, and rounding out the top 10 in qualifying for the pros was Tom Grimshaw. Brad Todd on the Gabriel Solution KTM. So you've got a mixed class, as we said. Lifeline's fastest 40 is a combination of MX1 and MX2 classes. So we've got the Lifeline's fastest 40 championship, where we put them all in together, and it'll be interesting to see how high up the championship an MX2 rider will become.
Well, we've always wanted to see that MX2 win, haven't we? And we nearly got it. In fact,
so close.
It was so close, but no cigar, unfortunately.
So we've got that, and then incorporated into the Lifeline's fastest 40 championship, we have the Liat MX1 championship, which is currently led by Josh Gilbert on the SC Sports Owned Stebbins Car Superstore Husky. And then in the Apico MX2 class, we have Jamie Carpenter leading the way on the GRT Impact KTM.
Jamie's having a phenomenal year.
Well, we're just starting out, but like we said, round one, none of us, I think it's fair to say, hardly any people, probably other than Jamie and his team, would have said he's going to come out and go 1-1.
Yeah, and I know after speaking to him yesterday, he was like, do you know what? I really want to get it done this weekend, and then he'll be able to build from that car. You know, he'll be so confident, and he'll be the rest of the season. You know what it's like. It's going to be a lot easier for him. If you have that belief in yourself, then you can achieve a lot of things that you didn't think was possible.
Indeed. So he's going to be looking good as well. Both of those, they're the two red plate leaders that you're looking at in the Lifeline's fastest 40. Then Josh Gilbert, rider number 3, and then Jamie Carpenter, 184, leading the 250 class. But it's not just all about the pros here. We have the Sintal 85cc Championship coming up next. And incorporated into that, we've got 2 of the Jude Morris Racing Foundation riders.
Yep.
Let me just bring you up to speed with what the Jude Morris Racing Foundation is. Obviously, tragically, we've lost Jude Morris, and then his parents have set up a racing foundation to put back into the sport.
Yes.
Not only literally to support riders, but the sport itself, raising incredible funds along with yourself.
Yeah, massive
for
amounts of money.
The air ambulance.
Yeah, and I think obviously their goal is obviously to keep Jude's sort of legacy going. You know, he was only 17 years old, and it's such a tragic loss. But his parents want to really push forward onto the Jude Morris Racing Foundation. And we've got 2 riders in the 85cc. It's a small wheel rider. We've got Blake Ward-Clark. He rides with the number 1, which I think is cool. Love that. He's from Patwick, Bedfordshire. And he's competing in all the major championships in the UK. So Blake's goal for 2022 is to be on the podium every round and ultimately be champion in his second year on the 85 small wheel. He's just been back from injury, and Blake's more dedicated and focused than ever. So he really wants to get that small wheel on the box. And then also we've got Josh Vale as well. You'll see him on the 479, and he's only 13 years old, Josh.
Yeah.
And he's racing 85cc big wheel class, in Sinful big wheel class. And Josh wants to make each and every round, and make everybody and people that are all surrounding him and helping him out be proud. His ultimate aim is to be British champion and give it his all, make some memories, and have the best time trying. And he'd like to thank everybody who believes in him. So they're the 2 riders that are under the Jude Morris Racing Foundation in the Sintolt 85 class. So good luck to both of those guys and everybody else who's competing. And you can see them on screen now, all getting ready for their 3rd moto of the weekend. But obviously the first moto of today. This is round 2 of the Michelin MX Nationals, powered by Milwaukee.
I'm just messing about here on my phone. I'm going to try and pull up all the results from yesterday. Anybody out there watching around the world, welcome for tuning in wherever you are in the world. We're getting some people tuning in from Australia, America, Asia, you know, so brilliant that we're getting around the world. If you want to check all the results, you can basically go on an app called Speed Hive, which has got all the results from the Michelin MX Nationals. Just go on there, punch in the MX Nationals, and you'll see it. So, yep, get on there and see that. I'm just trying to do that. But yesterday, we know Billy Askew on the GRT KTM took both moto wins in the big wheel. GRT Impact KTM. But these kids are awesome to watch. There he is. There's Billy, our boy out there, 441, looking with his race face on. Looking really good.
And you'll see a lot of these kids that use big blocks as well. Like, so what they are for is, you know, some of them are quite small, and they use the blocks to be able to stabilise themselves off the mesh grids, and they can get their feet on the foot pegs a little quicker. Some riders choose not to use them. Some like to use them. I've always thought without using them, you know, you're hanging your feet a little bit lower. Does that give you a bit more traction? I've always thought if you're carrying weight a little bit lower, yeah. So there's not always a massive advantage to using them. There's definitely pros and cons. And there we are. There's the Flight Racing Spiral Graphics 15-second board. It's been switched to 5 now. The revs are up. And then this is race 3 of the Sintolt Lubricants 85 class. And there, oh, someone's down straight away. That's the number 15. Let's see who's going to get.
Oh, there's a bit of a yard sale. Oh, wow. The 2, could you believe it? The 2 teammates. It's Matt Gardner. That was like. It
looked like Billy Askew.
No, yeah. Well, I don't know if it was, but it certainly was Gus Musto in there, and maybe Freddie Gardner as well.
Who's got the start then? 31 out front at the minute.
No, it's not Freddie, because Freddie's over the line in front of us here, number 14. But that was 2 of the Matt Gardner Racing teammates going over end there.
Looks like Will Haddock's been able to capitalise on that, though. Will Haddock's out front at the minute on the 31. He's coming under pressure from the 99. Let's see who's going to get that first lap leader.
Yeah, Planet Moto first lap leader. What that is basically the first rider over the finish line will get a point. It was Billy Askew going down, along with Ryan Waggett.
Some of the big hitters.
It was, Richmond as well. Charlie Richmond and Gus Musto. So some big hitters going down on the first corner. Let's see what they've got in the tank to try and pull the way through. Can Askew do really a wire, well, come from all the way from behind? If he does, he could be on for the Dirty Hard Charger Award.
Yeah, for sure. If he did that, come through the whole field, it'd be pretty impressive.
It would, indeed.
So here they are. Will Haddock still holding off. So Will Haddock holding off Jack Walker at the minute. looking pretty good out there. They're just about to cross the line. If you're watching timing and scoring on Speed Hive, you should be able to get this up now. Will Haddock, look, comes across the line with a 1:48 time.
Yeah, that's, you know, obviously they haven't done a full lap but it's still, so that's a point to Will Haddock for the Planet Moto First Lap Leader Award.
We're just going to get a few of these guys across. If you're looking on the Speed Hive app now and you just give it a quick update, you'll be able to get most of those guys on your list. So there they are. We've got it on the screen now. Difference back. Jake Walker. Is it Jake? No,
Jake.
Yeah,
Jake Walker.
2 seconds back from Will Haddock at the minute.
Your leading small wheel rider is Archie J. Gurdon, number 101. He's currently in 6th. Remember, these are big wheel and small wheel mixed together. They're all obviously the same, virtually the same age at school years, etc. But some are on small wheel, some are on big wheel. The younger riders tend to be on the small wheel bikes. Archie J. Gurdon is out there leading the way.
I'll tell you what, the track looks in absolutely amazing condition at the minute, doesn't it?
It does indeed. So Will Haddock leading the way, Walker in 2nd, Freddie Gardner in 3rd, then it's Vale, Gurdon, Blake Ward Clark, Alfie Getters Green, then it's Tyler Jones there, then Drew Stock. You got, by the way, on your timing screen there, JWD, that is actually Joel Winstanley Dawson. We've just abbreviated his name and just got him down as JWD. So that's what we're doing there. This is going to be a good race to see how far through the field yesterday's double race winner will work his way up. Billy Askew on the GRT Impact KTM. So these guys just sorting themselves out. It's a very different track. Nice move there by Freddie Gardner. Suddenly Freddie Gardner sniffs a race win here. He is he probably does know by now, having come over the finish line and seeing past the pit lane, he would have been told potentially by his crew that Billy Askew went down on the first corner with a whole host of other riders. So this is going to be a good race here. Walker will also be up for this big time. He was blindingly quick at the first round, as well, wasn't he?
It gives, but this is going to give other riders an opportunity here, isn't it, as well? So
yeah,
you know, this really does open up a door to be able to showcase what you've got in the tank. You know, without having the pressure of those top guys around you, like, because some people get mentally beat before they've even got going. So this could, you know, give an opportunity like Jake Walker, have that, like, oh God, I can win.
Absolutely,
give them that belief. So this is how people develop as riders. But Walker looking really good at the minute. He's definitely taking advantage of the position he's been put in. Vale, though, is not too far behind. Definitely going to put the pressure on. And Josh Vale as well. He's going to want to get a moto win.
Absolutely.
Big time.
I'm going to make a shout out to Josh Vale because he is, for a young kid, he's worked incredibly hard. He has lost a load of weight.
A lot.
What I mean by that is, you know, we all grow up. We all have a bit of, best words, like puppy fat on us. He was a big lad. He has shaved off so much weight and trained so hard.
But that's difficult as a kid.
As a kid, he's only 13 years of age, you know, and it's showing. He's looking particularly
because a lot of
good.
that's hormonal weight as well.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's very difficult to actually lose that.
So he's looking good there, I think, anyway. And he sniffs a race win here. This is going to be a good race between these three. Let's try and find out up through the pack where
Billy Askew's up to 15th the last time round. 29 seconds back, though.
Yeah, that's a long way. I mean, he's going quick. Leading the small wheel is still Archie J. Gurdon, followed by Alfie Getters Green. And then I think it's Blake Ward Clark in 3rd in that class.
Yeah, so Archie J. Gardner, Alfie Getters Green, Blake Ward Clark, Joel Winstanley's in 4th, Hayden Stat is 5th at the minute, Lucas Moncrief is 6th, Finley Pickering in 7th, Mason Jones is in 8th, 9th is Danny Flood, and rounding out the top 10, my computer just had a glitch.
Yeah, it's
obviously.
Ain't that always
relying on technology. Yeah, so the the top 10 in the big wheels at the minute. Jake Walker came through first. Josh Vale's obviously fighting him for that first place position. He's in second in a minute. Freddie Gardner, Will Haddock's in fourth. Ollie Bubb is in fifth. Isaac Ash is in sixth at the minute. Seventh is Drew Stock on the 18 there. Eighth at the minute, Billy Askew is up to eighth position. Ninth is Chester Hyde, and 10th is Tyler Jones. Wow, Askew is on a mission.
Well, he is. He's into the top 8. So we're watching on the screen Josh Vale on the SJP Moto Husqvarna. Look, as I said, looking good. And I've got to give him credit. As I said, he wants it. If you've got a 13-year-old kid that is doing his schoolwork, doing what he's doing, and then thinking, you know what, I'm doing this. I'm going to get myself in shape, train hard.
Yeah.
And he is looking particularly good.
He does look really good. Like, he looks like a different kid.
Absolutely does. I mean, he really does. He's been a big lad from the minute he's started motocross.
Yeah.
He's, for his age category, big lad. But he's worked himself into great shape, and he is actually closing in here. He set the fastest lap of the race so far. Remember, we have the Keck's Fastest Lap Award. What that is in each class throughout the weekend, whoever set the fastest lap of the weekend gets a voucher for some Keck's clothing.
I'm going to stick my neck out on the line, and I will say the faster times are going to come from these morning sessions compared to yesterday.
Yeah.
So I think the track is in absolute the best nick that it could be.
It might well do it. I think it might be still a little bit slick on top. But yeah, who knows? Whoa, we've got a crash in front of us, not shown on the live stream, so let's focus on that. Sorry, that distracted us out of our booth window big time there. We might come to that in a minute, but the rider's up safely. That's good to know. We're focusing on Josh Vale, but it's number 99, Jake Walker, who's leading the way. So there he is. So maybe we'll focus on Walker for a little bit.
Jake Walker's had a pretty good lap, actually, that time around. I think he's actually opened up that gap, hasn't he?
Meanwhile, you can see moving into the top 10 on your Oakley timing screen to the left is B. Askew, yesterday's double race winner. He is on a charge after going down in the first corner. You saw that. It was a big old...
8th position now for Billy Askew if they come through.
Oh, he's flying. He's flying. Still...
Hard charger.
Yeah. It looks like, as well, that we might have lost there then. If you're going on the timing screen, looks like Archie J. Goodham is there in fourth. He is the leading small wheel rider. He's effectively fourth in the race, but he's leading his class, and that's how we do it.
Way. Let's have a little look. Yeah, so he's come through, and no other small wheel riders come through the line.
Well, you've got Getters Green in 7th in the race, 2nd in his class, and then Blake Ward Clark, number 1. So, but the 85s are absolutely at it already, which we always know they are. They seem to, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but they seem to raise their game on a Sunday. Is it because they know they're going to be on a live stream?
The spotlights are on them, aren't
I think
they?
it might be.
When you're a kid, that means a lot. Look at Jake Walker. He is absolutely riding the wheels off that thing. But Vale is not going away. So maybe we're going to see some sort of, we've got 4 minutes to go plus a lap. So we're going to see some racing, I think, for this top spot in this one.
Yeah, this track is going to cut up as any track does at the Michelin MX Nationals. We have so many races throughout the day to keep you entertained. They come thick and fast. Remember, this is live, free of charge, uninterrupted coverage. By the way, if you're wondering earlier on, like saying, okay, we're just seeing adverts in a minute. Well, that's because the racing hadn't started.
Yeah.
And also, without the commercials, remember, this is free to view. That's the compromise, folks. If you want a free to view bit of action,
we can charge you if you like.
Yeah. So, but once we get racing, you won't see as many adverts, of course. But without our amazing partners, you wouldn't be seeing any of this. So shout out to them all. Michelin, obviously Milwaukee, Leat, Apico, Bell, Moto Verde. Oh, God, the list goes on. Works.
Once you open that can of worms, you've got to get
Yeah, absolutely. Oakley, Work Sports Insurance, Carbon Comps, the guys at 7, Fly, Planet Moto, Acer, Scaffolding, Sintol Lubricants, Dirty, App, Moto Connection, RFX, Spiral. Sorry if I've missed anybody. Kex, you know, all these people.
Fly Racing,
Just-
Bell Helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
there's
without them,
no-
you wouldn't be getting to watch a free-to-view live stream service.
And you
of
wouldn't
the
be
Michelin
watching
MX
Jake
Nationals.
Walker, who's absolutely romping away with this at the minute. He's pulled a bit more of a gap over Josh Vale now. It was 1.6 as they came through the line last time. I think that's over 2 seconds now. So Jake Walker putting on a proper performance here. Let's have a look. Billy Askew's now up to 6th position. But I think he's way too far behind to do anything about these front two. Because, to be fair, Walker, Vale and Gardner are in a race of their own at the moment.
Yeah, they've gone. You know, never say never, but that will be some effort with the time that we've got left, which is 2:43 plus a lap on the clock for Billy Askew to get up to those top three. They have checked out. I mean, they've gone. So it is going to be a battle between those three.
I just saw Charlie Richmond having to ditch his goggles then as well. Richmond, one of those riders on the Matt Gardner KTM who unfortunately got caught up in that first lap pile-up. So I imagine we've got like that fine, annoying rain coming down at the minute, haven't we? Which keeps the track actually tip-top.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult to ride in. And you can just absolutely destroy your goggles, can't it? Especially if you get water behind your roll-off lens and things like that. So I think goggle prep is going to be a massive factor today. So Bob's going to be busy down there and prepping all the Oakley riders.
He is. It's still, you can see, it's a hard-packed circuit. It's got a very hard base. A lot of tiny little flints and stones in it. But I mean, that is, you know, Cornwall's renowned for that. We are in Cornwall. So they work the soil, the topsoil, the best they can. But well, obviously, as the day goes on, we start to get down to the hard-packed base. And this will get shinier. But when the pros come out and all the adult bikes, this track for their second moto, these Sintel 85cc riders, is going to be a whole different affair. It will get really deep ruts, a lot of hard braking bumps. Right now, for the kids, they've got, for a better word, a slightly easier track where they can really rip it down the straights. But by the time they come out for their second moto, it's going to be very tough indeed.
Definitely. And look at that. Yeah, Walker, 2.4 seconds last time they came through in the lead. So Jake Walker is still on form at the minute. But you're looking at Freddie Gardner on the screen.
Yeah,
Freddie
the Matt Gardner.
Good ride.
Yeah, Matt Gardner racing team. So obviously Freddie is Matt's son. But Matt has done a great job with that team, pulled together some really good riders. They've got a real good team identity.
Got a great setup, haven't they?
You know, you can spot them straight away. They wear the red kit all the time, the Thor red kit. The guys are easy to spot on track, so thank you for that, Matt.
Yeah.
That helps us out.
Yeah, definitely. No, it looks fantastic, and do you know what? I mean, winning's important, but also your professionalism and how you bring yourself and your riders across is also something that you need to focus on as well. And we know straight away by looking at those guys, they're on the Matt Gardner Motocross team. So, you know, he's done a great job of the brand identity as well. So big shout out to those guys over there.
Yeah, indeed. This is a great race to start off the proceedings here. I'm just watching out of the screen. Billy Askew is still on the move, trying to close the gap, but I think the best he could get up to in this race would be a fourth.
Which is still phenomenal.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no doubt about that. So we got a load, as you can see on the list on the screen there, loads of talent out there. So from the top currently, we've got Jake Walker leading the way, Josh Vale in second, then Freddie Gardner, then Archie J. Gurdon. Ollie Bubb is in fifth ahead of Elfie Getters Green. Then it's Will Haddock. Chester Hyde currently is in eighth ahead of Drew Stock, number 18. Then it's Hayden Statt, number 48, the diminutive Hayden Statt. You could fit him in a shoebox, but we love him. He's brilliant. He's out there in 10th. Blake Ward Clark is in 11th ahead of Isaac Ash, a local rider from down here, just the other side of the bridge in Devon. Then it's Joel Winstanley Dawson for 13th. Tyler Jones currently in 14th ahead of Zane Stevens. Number 80, Lucas Moncrief is in 16th ahead of Finley Pickering. Ryan Waggett picked himself off the deck to work himself up to 18th ahead of Ripley Carter in 19th. 20th is Caelan Griffiths. Then it's Danny Flood in 21st ahead of Ryan Clift. Mason Jones is currently in 23rd ahead of Charlie Richmond, who's tried to pull his way back up to the field, but he's had that goggle issue. Gus Musto, who also crashed with him on the first corner, in 25th. Ahead of local rider, very local rider, Archie Congdon, because Archie's granddad owns the track.
Oh, fair enough.
You don't get no more local than that. Then it's Brady Tucker in 27th ahead of George Clark, and then Lewis Jenks, and finally we've got Max Walsham out there. That is all the riders out on track at the minute, but leading the way and looking good is Jake Walker. brilliant technique from Freddie.
Yeah, he has got a lovely riding style, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He seems to be really loose on the bike as well. It just looks pretty effortless.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, he's got it going on. He was on the balls of his feet, just stood up. All the body weight looked in almost perfect position.
You know, these kids now, they get coached by the... You know, they've all got coaches. I think the mate, you've got Justin Morris, Ashley Wild as well. He's one of the big coaches, isn't he?
RMJ. You've got
RMJ.
Lee Dunham doing his thing. Spinksy. So, yeah, more and more coaches.
You know, and I think it's become quite normal now. You look at any other sport, if you was playing tennis, baseball, whatever, you have a coach.
Yeah.
And motocross, that wasn't the case for years, and now it's becoming more of a thing where, you know, you do have a coach to rely on, because it used to just be like whatever your parents could tell you. And I think times have changed.
And after that time, they never rode before.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
So
and I think you literally probably cut out 2 years of having to learn stuff by just having somebody giving you, giving you the right advice. So, you know, if you are looking to get into the sport, get in touch with one of those guys with the academies and things, and I'm sure they'll help you out.
So we are going to follow Jake Walker around on this final lap, number 99 on the gas. Jake, don't recall him doing the championship last year. He kind of come from, I wouldn't say from nowhere, but with regards to the Michelin MX Nationals he has. It's like
yeah. I think he's done like the, some of the youth motocross stuff, hasn't he? Like the BSMA and things like that. But I haven't seen the name before, and it's refreshing, isn't it, to have a new rider, especially someone who's up there.
Ooh. Right, so... I'm not sure. Obviously, we'll wait for the official result and be confirmation, because we've got to get him over the line. But showing on our timing screen...
It looks like disqualified.
Well, it did look like a DQ next to... maybe that's a technical issue.
Yeah. Where's he gone?
Can't see, but we were just looking for Billy Askew, who took both motos yesterday. We just had a DQ come up against his name on the screen, and he doesn't seem to be appearing on our lap charts anymore. So I'm not sure what's happened there. We will try to get to the bottom of that for you guys out there. But
1 lap to go now.
Yeah, he's got a couple of corners to go, Jake. It's going to be a good race win here for him. Race 3 of the weekend, of course, but race 1 of today on the live stream.
So I'll wait for him to come through. This is going to be a great win for him. Massive confidence booster.
Absolutely. There he goes.
A
little bit of leg swag. I like that. Yeah, that's good. Over the line. Well, hopefully we'll get him down here quickly to the winner's circle. It's different track layout here, so we've got to try and get the riders down as quickly as we can. Hopefully somebody will send him down, remind him to get him down. So anybody out there listening to us at the track, if we can get Jake Walker down to the winner's circle ASAP, as quickly as we can, somebody guide him down. I'm not going to go out there yet until I see that he's absolutely on his way to the winner's circle. But if we can get him down here to the winner's circle so we can interview him, that would be great.
There, look. That's good to see, isn't it? Shaking hands. Battled it out for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then have a good little pat on the back, and yeah, fair play.
Come on, Jake. Never mind keep shaking hands. Get yourself, somebody get him down here. Somebody tell him to get down to the winner's circle. I don't think we've spoken to him this year in the winner's circle. So he's probably not used to being down there, so he doesn't know he's got to come down there.
He'd be disappointed if he misses it.
Yeah, well, we need to get him here as quickly as we can. In the meantime, there's Billy Askew waiting to get his peak back. Let's throw to an ad and hopefully get Jake down here for a chat. Right, we're down here with the winner's circle, not with the race winner. We're still trying to find him in the pit somewhere, but with the small wheel race winner, Archie J. Gurnham. Archie, different track than yesterday. We got the rain coming down. Has that made it better or worse?
I think it's better than yesterday. You've got more grip in the corners, and there's some good ruts that you can get in and just, yeah, it's nice and flowy.
You're absolutely smashing it in a minute on a small wheel. You're right in there with the top 10, you know, in all the class. So Are you feeling obviously good about that? And racing the big wheels, does that kind of help pull you along a bit?
Yeah, trying to chase them. Obviously, like they're a lot faster, but trying to chase them down, it's bringing me on.
Good stuff. Well, anybody you want to thank quickly before we sign off?
My mum, my dad, SJP, Royal April, Fibre King, and all the rest.
Keep going, mate. You're doing great. See you. Maybe see you back here in the next one, right? Okay, there you go. Race winner Archie J. Gurdon. Back to you guys. Right, we're down here in the winner's circle with the opening Sintel 85 race winner, Jake Walker. Jake, smashing it. I don't recall you doing the championship much. It's your first year doing the championship, right?
Yeah, first year doing this championship.
Yeah. So what do you think of it so far? Do you like the Michelin? Oh, clearly you do, because you're absolutely flying.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it. It's well run and yeah.
So tell me, how old are you and where are you from?
14 and from the Wirral, Chester.
Nice place to live. Like, is anybody you want to thank after that race win? I mean, that's your first race win this year in the championship, right?
Yeah. First one.
So definitely got to give a shout out to the sponsors. Go ahead.
Yeah, LS2 and then all these here.
Nice one. Well, look, mate, we think you're flying. It's great to have you involved with the series. Keep up the good work. We may see you back here for the second one, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
There you go. First moto winner, Jake Walker.
So you can see there the 85's Sintel lubricants just going off the line. They've got the Fly Racing card put up and they are stretching it out up the start straight. Oh, it looks like, is that Waggett getting a good start? So these guys coming out on a pretty tricky track now. And obviously this is their fourth race of the weekend. So this is their final moto of the weekend. This is the Open 85 Landrake Motor Park race number 4. Sintel lubricant supporting this class, a new oil brand that you all need to check out. Anybody who's supporting the racing, supporting the sport, needs your support. So check out Sintel lubricant, see what they've got for you. And this is the Sintel Lubricants 85 Open class. Now this class is split into 2 different races. We've got small wheel bikes and we've got big wheel bikes. No difference really with ages. It's normally size of rider. Some people feel a bit more comfortable on the small wheel machine, but the big wheel machine is the leading bike into sort of going into adult racing, 125s and things like that. So these guys are just going to fight this way around. You're going to see quite a few yellow flags out. People slipping off in corners. You can see how difficult that the track is for these guys right now. We've got Matt Gardner, KTM's up the front. We had a few of those guys get caught up in a pile up in the first moto today. So good to see all those guys getting through. And they don't do the leap. You see they go up there. They're not doing Landrake leap. That's just for safety reasons. We don't want to put these guys in too much risk. So that's the 14 of the minute. I think that might be Freddie Gardner. Another good start. And they will be coming through the finish line now to take the first lap. And it looks like, again, the 99 flying away, Jake Walker. Another phenomenal start for him. Absolutely gone. So these guys, they've got 12 minutes to go, plus a lap. 15-minute moto, the 85 class. Just behind Jake was Freddie Gardner. We've got Josh Vale up there, Ryan Waggett, Charlie Richmond, Ollie Bubb, Archie J. Gardam's up there in the small wheels as well. Now we are going to be announcing a new class, a new race meeting very shortly as well. The one in the calendar that was to be confirmed is going to be confirmed today. So keep your eyes and ears open, ready for that announcement. It's going to be pretty cool. There's some good people behind it. We've got an amazing track coming for you. It's a brand new facility, never been used before. So keep your ears open because this one is going to be pretty exciting. So small wheels, Archie J. Gardam led the way through. I'm just letting my laps load up. A little bit of an internet problem here. That will load shortly. I'm having a timing issue, Jeffro. We can't get that to refresh. I want to run through the small wheels list, but well, Jake Walker is your man of the hour at the minute. That's Freddie Gardner on screen on the 14. Another good start for him on that Matt Gardner KTM. We've got it back.
I got the Midas touch.
Boosh. So small wheels, Archie J. Garden. Danny Flood was in second on the 180. He's supported. I know he's in the Josh Spinks Academy as well. So Josh is probably...
Oh, sorry. Just wait. Sorry, mate. I had to talk over
no,
you.
That's fine.
Freddie Gardner got in a big swap.
It's very technical in those rollers now.
Oh, mate, it's so... Just speaking to Harry there, like he said, that's from a top-level pro.
Yeah.
He's like... And Harry said, we didn't see it obviously off screen, but he said he had a big moment in the whoops, just as Freddie Gardner did. But he managed to stay on. This track is super challenging now, regards to the technically.
You can see the shiny surface. So Danny Flood, second. Blake Ward Clark is third in the small wheels. Fourth was Alfie Jeddas Green in the top 5. Joel Stanley running on a wild card at the minute.
Fair play to these kids because they are still launching over these jumps. You know, it's still absolutely flying on the takeoff, and it's treacherous on these little bikes to have the power to get up over them. So just so much courage and commitment from the kids here. But Josh Vell looking behind him, just checking where he is in the race. He's currently in second. Jake Walker is absolutely checked out. He took his first race win of the championship in the Moto 1 today, and suddenly he finds himself miles ahead in this one. So you know how it is, like buses, you wait for your first win, your confidence goes through the roof, and he is looking in mighty fine shape. But we're currently filming Josh Vell on the SJP Moto Husqvarna, which I feel quite good about because I'm not guaranteeing him airtime, but his dad bought me a pint last night, so it's nice that Josh is getting some TV time. There's Ryan Waggett in third. Richmond is now up to fourth. Gardner, of course, had that crash, so he'll be dropping down the field a little bit on the timing screens, I would have thought, once we refresh all that. So he's already, the timing screens are set. That's where he's at. He's picked himself up in fifth. Let's do this by class then. You're leading you're leading a small wheel rider in this Sintal Lubricants 85 class. Is again number 101, Archie J. Gurdon, but a solid ride from Danny Flood in this one. Danny is in second, number 180. Then it's number 1, Blake Ward Clark, who is a member of the Jude Morris Racing Foundation. So Blake is out there, number 1. He's only 12 years of age, from Flitwick in Bedfordshire. Another rider in the Jude Morris Racing Foundation actually is Josh Vell. So once again, the Jude Morris Racing Foundation doing good stuff, getting behind kids and supporting them in memory of Jude Morris, who we tragically lost a short time ago, and his parents, Mark and Lucy, just absolutely doing an amazing job with the charity, not only raising funds to get kids racing and into the sport, but also for the UK Air Ambulance across all sports, of course, not just ours. Donated so much money to that already that we've raised as a community. So thank you to everybody that is getting behind the Jude Morris Racing Foundation. Big up. Whether it's £1, whether it's £10, whatever it is, you're contributing. Any contribution is good. It goes to the UK Air Ambulance and getting young kids into the sport. We're watching Ryan Waggett. Ryan's always easy to spot. As long as I can remember, he's always ran that yellow fluorescent colour in some way, shape or form. So he's easy to spot on the track for a commentator at least, and for sponsors, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, going back to the small wheel, it's Archie J. Gurdon leading the way, Danny Flood second, Blake Ward Clark in third, then it's Alfie Geddes Green for fourth. Hayden Statt is currently in fifth, ahead of Joel Winstanley Dawson. Then it's Lucas Moncrief on the Kawasaki in seventh. Eighth is Finley Pickering. Ninth is Lewis Jenks. And that's as far as our timing screen goes down on that one. In the big wheel class, it's Jake Walker leading the way, ahead of Josh Vell. Charlie Richmond's in third. Fourth is Ryan Waggett. Fifth is Freddie Gardner. Ollie Bubb for 6th. 7th is Jack Beery. Then it's Isaac Ash, the rider from Devon. This is one of his local tracks. Number 108. Then it's Drew Stock on the Madison Free Flow Gas machine. Gus Musto, the other rider in the Matt Gardner Racing Team, in 10th. So Billy Askew is cut down in 13th. He obviously didn't have a great first moto today. Took both moto wins yesterday. And hasn't quite gone right for him in this one as well. So this is really going to shake up the Synthol Lubricants 85cc Championship, this is. Again, Freddie Gardner just footing his way through those rollers, through those whoops. Not easy by any stretch in these conditions. If Kulas is struggling in there, you know some of these kids are going to be feeling the heat. So Freddie Gardner now closing in on the Ryan Waggett. You can see the 85cc class, we don't take them all the way to the top of the hill and launch them off the top. That's a big old leap for some of the small bikes, and previously we've had some big crashes off there, so the kids just turn shy of making all the way to the top, but they've still got plenty of technical circuit to work with. Freddie Gardner has now made a move on Ryan Waggett. So he goes up a spot. So the running order with the big wheels is Jake Walker, Vale, Richmond, Gardner, Waggett, Bubb, Beery, Ash, Stock, Musto. That's your top 10 there. Archie J. Gurdam has set the quickest lap of the race in the small wheels, and Jake Walker, the Keck's fastest lap of the big wheels. Whether that will be the fastest lap of the weekend, we don't know until we get all the data up together and we analyse all the races to see who did the actual quickest lap of the weekend. They will get the Keck's fastest lap award. Go and check them out. Keck's underwear. That's not just underwear though. Now they do hoodies, tees, socks. Ed Warren obviously doing a good job, not only with his Keck's brand, but doing his 2 Pro 1 Slow podcast with Tommy Searle and Billy Bolt. If you haven't seen it, go and check them out on YouTube. Like and subscribe as well. So we have got 3 minutes to go. It seems like it's all settled down. I can't see any real close racing in this 85 race at the minute. A few of them battling, but they're not side by side. Just dealing with the conditions is bad enough. Let's see if we can pick up our race leader, Jake Walker, because I've been particularly impressed with Jake. We don't know too much about him. It's first year he's been doing the series, and he's come in, hit the ground running, particularly today, taking a race win in the opening moto, and he has now stretched out a 14-second lead. So we'll try and pick number 99 up on the camera when we can. He's coming round to the finish line, it looks like. So our cameraman might be able to pick him up. I think that's him. He's going to cross the finish line. Yeah, he's crossing the finish line now. So Jake Walker, there he is. That's the right rider. Our guys, it's going to be difficult for our cameraman now. These riders are getting muddy. The plates are getting covered in mud. It's not always easy to pick up the rider. But that is our current race leader. Jake Walker riding an absolute blinder. You can see he's not wearing his race shirt. He's put a coat on for this one. Guess with the rain, just to keep himself dry. So we can't see his race number on the back, which obviously makes it even harder to pick him up. But our camera crew did a great job with that. Let's follow Jake around for a lap. See how quickly he can get away from you there. See the front end tuck. He's riding a nice controlled race though. And this is what we like about the Michelin MX Nationals. These guys, they can watch the amateur classes, the expert classes. The pros every round. We have the 85s at every round of our championship here, so they can get to watch, learn, ride the same tracks as the pros. Oh, it's, what did I say? See, commentators curse. We'll get the cameras on him, and then he goes and makes a mistake, but he's got a nice lead over Val. That will come down, though, but that was Jake Walker hitting the dirt there, or mud. Let's see how close Josh Val has got to him now, then. He's got to keep his wits about him now, not panic. Looks like his rear mudguard's going to snap off soon, actually, with the weight of the mud. There's Val now, then. So Val now sees the race leader in front of him. So Josh Val is now much closer to Jake Walker as they go down the far end of the valley. There they are, going up the hill, the Landrake hill, the race leader going up the hill, but Val is right there. Josh Val is on him now as they reach the top of Landrake hill. It looks like to me that Walker's had enough time. Oh, look again, footing it, starting to feel the pressure. Definitely starting to feel the pressure now of making that mistake. Oh, and he nearly goes down again. So it's suddenly started to derail a little bit for Jake Walker here. He's feeling the pressure. Josh Val is right on him now. It's not going to be 14 seconds when they cross the line this time. It's going to be probably 2. 1 lap to go. It's less than 2. It's 1:55, 1 second, 0.5. Game on this last lap. Jake Walker cannot afford to make a mistake here. Josh Val sniffs a race victory.
Well, to be fair, if there's one rider you don't want to give that opportunity to, it's Josh Val. He will run it in deep where he needs to.
Yeah, and like I said, he's worked so hard on his fitness, really hard, shed a load of weight, put himself in good shape. He really wants to be a contender in this championship, and he is. And he's right there. Walker can't afford any kind of slip up here. We're going to follow these guys home, obviously, because this is for the race win. You've still got an impeccable ride from Archie J. Gurdon.
Yeah.
On the,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Top 5.
Yeah. Small wheel bike out there. SJP Moto still leading the small wheels, but we are going to focus on Jake Walker and Josh Val here.
Take very different lines, these two riders. Obviously, Walker, like you said, has made some mistakes. I think he's pushing the boat out real hard right now.
Big time. They've got. That's the thing, though. They're kids. They're exuberant. They're gonna make mistakes.
Well, the patience isn't there yet. They haven't learned. Like it's something that you learn over a long time, isn't it? Still trying to double in.
They're both of them doubling in. I tell you, that's a risk. Walker's willing to roll the dice here.
So for the second Moto win of the Syntol Lubricants Open 85 big wheels, it's Walker v Vale, but looks like Walker on the last bit of that lap has managed to pull out that gap a little bit more again. We need to be mistake free because this is the final lap.
I've got to say he's regrouped pretty well because he had a dodgy couple of laps there when he threw it away, and then he was looking flustered, but he's got it back on track. Look how deep those ruts are, Callum. Wow, look at, it's literally almost full pitch there, full lock going around a flat turn.
Everywhere.
But he's just got to get it round this corner, get it over the line as Zane Stevens slides in front of him. It's another race win for Jake Walker. Good on that man. Whose turn is it down there? Is it yours or mine? Yeah. Not that it matters. It doesn't matter. We don't really care. Callum's going to go down there and speak to Jake Walker. Another race win for him. And we're also going to try and grab Archie J. Gurdon, but we might not be able to show both of those interviews live. But we will show them on our MXN YouTube channel and Michelin MX Nationals YouTube channels in the week after. Right, we're going to go to an ad. Hopefully by the time we finish the ad, Jake will be down there with Callum.
So, we're here with Jake Walker. Mate, you woke up on the right side of the bed this morning, didn't you? Because you have absolutely smashed it. How is it out there at the minute?
It's really sketchy. I had a lot of sketchy moments, and yeah, but it's really hard and slippy. And yeah.
You're enjoying the track?
Yeah, it's fun. And yeah.
I can't believe you were still doubling into the rollers back there as well. That's pretty sketchy right now, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I did it the first couple of laps and then nearly endoed and crashed, and I stopped doing it.
Cool. Is there anyone you want to thank in particularly, mate?
Paul from Mr. T's, LS2, and just everyone else, Mike Ho's Motorcycles and everyone else who helps.
So the number 99, you need to watch out for this guy because he's a newcomer to the Michelin MX Nationals, but you're absolutely killing it, mate. Well done. So I'm here with Archie J. Gardam. Mate, top 5 in the race overall on a small wheel. That's pretty good. How's it feeling?
Yeah, I'm buzzing. I got a decent start again. I don't know what place I was in, and then I went down. I got back up and just focused. My dad told me on the pit board that I was in P1 in my race, and I just thought I've got a gap, I'll just chill out.
Well, like, you rode really good. Well, to do that on a small wheel out there, because the smaller the wheels, the harder it is, isn't it? You've got more wheel spin, everything else, and the track's super slick right now. Is there anyone you want to thank?
Emacs, SJP, my dad, my mum, my family, Fibre King, and all the rest.
Brilliant. Well, there's Archie. He absolutely killed it in the small wheel class right there. Well done, mate, and hopefully we'll see you next time.